Alright folks, this is Acid Root, so it's time for part 16 of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 2. Now, I've actually just beaten the game, but I definitely have to say that this was a pretty nasty last sort of things. I mean, the last bit of this game, I mean, really, originally I thought this game had a pretty basic difficulty, but I just feel like, as far as like the concept, basically just about everything in this game is simple enough to complete minus the last boss. And originally I was going to say the secret lost boss in the Lost World, but the last boss in the Flying Croc is pretty terrible also. I guarantee that for casual players you may not be able to actually beat that. And considering I was able to do it back in 1997, 1998, that's crazy because it really did give me some problems. But thing about it is this game has not really pissed me off. It's definitely a fun rendition of a game, but they just include some real nasty things in this game that kind of bog down the overall experience. Like the first Donkey Kong Country basically was simple enough. Even the final boss that you fight at the very end on the pirate ship is not a bastard and a half to sit there and get past, but this game is clearly tougher than the first one. I mean, to me, the only stage in the first Donkey Kong Country, or the only two stages that were really that much of a bastard, were just Poison Pond, and then the first ice stage in the snow world, where the snow blinds you. I mean, honestly, you can skip that whole stage if you really can't handle the full-blown stage, but that's what I did back in that playthrough, because I was like, this is just too much of a bastard. I mean, I was able to do it back when I was like a preteen and a child, but it really is, it's some hardcore Super Nintendo playing there that you have, so it's kind of the main thing. But I mean, I've talked with Jackal Goldkick about this, but I really wish that the classic editions that they introduced like years ago had more games on them. I mean, it was a nice approach, but I hope like years later, by the time we get to like, 2026, 2029 or something, that they do those again and include more like 50 games as opposed to just 20, because it's just too scant. That's really the whole thing about it, is it just does not seem to really have like the enterprise about it. I mean, it's intended to be like a package deal, but there's just too many games missing even in the Super Nintendo edition. Alright, so back to the game. I tried taking Funky Kong, and he charged 2 coins like a bastard. And look at that, 1 coin with an exclamation point. It's like, oh hell no. I mean, you could very well, I mean, honestly, if you don't know how to use like the cartwheel jump move, you would probably, I mean, I don't know how you'd get the coin. I mean, that's essentially what you need, but I did it, I saved, and now we've got some grinding to do, because I still need, I'm going to do, like I said last time, I'm going to do 1 more Lost World stage to wrap up this project, and then the boss, but first I have to get 5 more coins. So that's kind of the thing, is just me trying to do that, and I know the stages where I needed to do it, so luckily, I mean, the problem with it is I'm not just going to skip to the bonus stages. I'm actually going to show myself playing this game just for old time's sake. And I feel like it's a pretty, palpable thing to do. It's not that much of a deal. I mean, if you like this game, you shouldn't have that much of a problem with seeing some of the stages again. It's just a way of coming full circle, just to kind of look at it like that. If you watch this even like 3 weeks ago or a month ago or something, just going back, I mean, that's kind of the thing. That's how I felt with this game, is just as far as like, me necessarily realizing that I've been playing this game since April, and like my personal life and crap like that, there's been a smorgasbord of things that have pissed me off this year. So I just kind of feel like, having dealt with this game since early April when I decided to do this after Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it just feels extra good getting this game on the shelf already. I really don't know if I'm going to do Donkey Kong Country 3. I mean, considering how much this game pissed me off in the end, I'm not so sure that I will. But, it's within reason, And like I said before, this is definitely a good grinding station to get yourself some coins and stuff. I mean, honestly, it's just as simple as that. You don't even have to so much as do much in this stage. You just have to fall. So that's kind of the remark there. But yeah, Funky Kong kind of decides when he wants to charge. It seems like always when I don't want him to is usually when he charges. It's just like, nope, So, but yeah, so basically in this episode and the next, you're gonna see a bunch of stages from World 2 again. I could go on and do the rest of this game and try to get 100%, but I'm just not going to. For spoilers, for people who are, waiting for the next episode, the final episode where I fight the boss, I basically come in 4th place when it comes to those hero coins. So Mario, Yoshi, and Link all do better than me when it comes to the hero coins. But I do basically get 70% completion in this game, which is pretty good. Because basically that's everything minus 2 stages and about, which is basically 30 more Creme coins. And beyond that, I just would have to do the bonus stages, win them, and then get the hero coins, and then that basically takes care of it. But that's just like the whole remark as far as that kind of goes. I mean, I could have done it, but I just wasn't in the mood, I mean, I've had enough. I've had my fill with this game. I mean, you essentially are seeing basically everything. It's just a little bit more aggressive than a casual playthrough, but not like a serious, all or nothing playthrough. I mean, that's not how I decided to do it. I mean, there's folks that I've probably done better than that have done an even more casual playthrough, but I just felt like it's kind of hardcore, kind of not. Just enough to the point where it doesn't piss me off, because I was getting pretty mad with the final boss. That just really happens to be a thing, so I mean, I was really kind of could feel my blood pumping. It was getting to the point. It was just kind of the thing, so I suppose some people would say that that's what makes a good video game, when it gets your adrenaline going and stuff, but I don't know. It just kind of depends. And this is from 1995 doing this sort of stuff, so that lets you know. This makes me wonder if games like Mass Effect and, Halo 5, Halo 4, those type games have the ability to do that. So, like there's other ones I can't think of, BioShock, those type games, but yeah, so it feels good to get this game on the shelf. It definitely does. Unfortunately, like I said, that the bird stage that was the race that we just did at the beginning of this episode, that is the true final stage in this game, minus the Lost World stage that I haven't shown yet. So that's it. Really we're just doing backtracking, and you can basically just cook a pizza, curl up on the couch, do what you need to do, because that's about all there is left, minus the Lost World stage and the final boss. So I would say it's probably going to be like 19 episodes. I'd say you probably have at least 3 more episodes of stuff to see. I'm going to include a good portion of like the final boss, because it probably took me about an hour to finally beat him in 2 sessions. So I really was getting mad, but I simply kind of said and stuff that like I just needed to kind of losing my train of thought, just to be able to, so I basically needed a break. And that was just the thing, because I almost was going to wait until tomorrow to do it, but I said, no, I want to do it today. So I could have done it tomorrow, but, sometimes when you play a video game and you have to go to sleep, like you have work or something, or you've got some reason that you have to get up the next day or in the morning or something, you don't really want to go to sleep, but you have to kind of force yourself to. Luckily, I didn't have anything I had to do today, but I just said, I don't feel like waiting until tomorrow. And I know I probably would have been able to beat the boss had I waited, but yeah, it's just a situation for gamers. I'm sure that, there's some folks like you guys out there that have had that situation. Like, you've got work at 9 or 10 in the morning, and it's, midnight or 1 in the morning, so you really have to get to sleep. I mean, sometimes those are fun decisions, but other times you get real pissed off because it's like, damn, I really want to play this game. So I understand that feeling. But surprisingly, this game did not give me much problems when I was younger. I just feel like now that I'm in my 30s, it just amazes me. I probably don't recall back in 1997 me getting like that egregiously pissed off. If I just would have been like, darn it, or shoot, or fiddlesticks, or whatever the fuck you want to say, something like that. I just can't imagine, because I wasn't, hurling like obscenities back in the 90s and stuff, so this is kind of I mean, I'm sure it pissed me off. It was just, the thing about it was, I just wonder what I thought, 25 years ago. But, because I did it, somehow I beat the game back then, so, I mean, you've seen the file a couple times. It's showing that it has 102%. I'm sure I've at least shown it at least in, like, part 1 or 2 when I first made a file, so you're bound to see it. So I still have that file, and maybe Cobalt tried a file. I don't remember what the other file is, but I did have some friends that I played this with competitively, so. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just scooping up these coins. I've got them all. It's time to go to Red Hot Ride and mess around with some more. So we're just going to keep getting this show on the road, and yeah, I'm actually getting kind of hungry. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do right now afterward. I mean, there's definitely going to be, I'm going to do part 17 here pretty soon. I could basically do all of these episodes instead of Crash Team Racing if I wanted, but I'll probably just wait. I mean, this game will be beaten in October, but I'm just trying to kind of space out as to how I do it. I mean, there's really no rush, Just kick back with some of these. You got 15, 16 episodes to enjoy right now, so I'm really considering doing Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I mean, that's another Super Nintendo game that I could necessarily throw together. There's another one I thought of doing, but I just do not know if I have the nerve to do it. I don't remember what it was, but I am at least going to, I mean, I thought about doing F-Zero, but I just don't know if I could beat Fire Field. I did try doing that game on my vlog channel, Acidic Roots, but I wasn't able to beat the very last stage. It's not even like you have to come in first, you just have to get at least 3rd place to see the ending, and I wasn't able to even do that. That's how much of a bastard that stage is. So. But, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I would like to still do more Super Nintendo games, but the honest truth is I'm just running out. Like, at some point, I guess I could kind of say that I want to get Uniracers. I don't think that has to be that degree of a surprise, but I'm really curious if I could even wind up beating that game. So, it's a decent little game. I mean, Nintendo got sued by Disney over that game. I mean, maybe, but that's just kind of the thing, so that's something you may see this winter and autumn, depending upon how I feel, but basically I would have to assume from probably October forward, the next Super Nintendo game you'll see will be Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Now obviously I've done that game before, but I just didn't complete it, so I'm going to have to really, I don't know, I mean, I for some reason when I do LPs on this channel, it's just always, the last bit in a video game is always the most nefarious, and it just always pisses me off, because 98-99% of the game is not a trick the way that the last 1% is, and that's the reason. It's just because, yeah, I can basically do the game minus that last 1%, but there's just always some, all stops are pulled out type trick that just always seems to be better than my skill set beyond that. That's just the thing, but so I guess I got that bonus coin. I could have skipped that, but oh well, it's just kind of the thing. So I'm gonna press start and see if I have more to do, and yeah, that's basically it, So basically I just needed 30 more of those coins, and I was just like, it just would have stretched on too long, and then I know that the absolute final boss would have really pissed me off. I probably could have done it if I got completely dead set serious enough, but it just wasn't worth it. I mean, the game was just starting to stop being fun to me. So I was just like, I mean, I had fun doing the first bit of the game until the last 3 or 4 stages of the game, and then it just started getting too nasty. And it's really a shame, because this really is a terrific game, but I just feel like, I mean, there's how many people that I feel like, that will play video games but don't actually ever beat them. They just want to play the Swamp World stages or the Lava World stages or even the amusement park stages, and then they just turn it off, just play it for 15 minutes or something, more so than actually try to beat the game. I mean, just lollygagging, just people who do stuff like that, and it's just kind of, I mean, I do like doing Let's Plays, but sometimes they really are a